I was in the bakery the other day, and there were two ladies there shopping for bread. And one lady picked up this loaf of bread and looked at her friend and said, "Hey, this bread has gluten in it." And then her friend said, "Okay, we better keep shopping." But then something really interesting happened. The first lady kept talking about the other stuff that was in the bread. And I thought that's really weird because she's already decided not to buy that bread. In fact, all this other information isn't helping her make a decision at all. So apparently humans do this all the time, and it's called information bias. Information bias is just the tendency to look for information that's totally unhelpful to making our decision. So you're probably thinking, that's pretty crazy, right? I would never do that. Thing is, though, people do it all the time on the GMAT. Have you ever seen a GMAT question while you were taking the test or a practice test and thought, I wonder how hard this question is? Like, is it a 300 to 400 level question, or is it a 700 to 800 level question, or is it somewhere in between? Well, you're guilty of information bias, because that information is not going to help you answer the question at all. Imagine if you had a direct line to the GMAT test writers, and you could call them up, and they would answer, and they would say, "Hello, person, this is a 600 level question." Well, what effect would that have on how you approach the question? Would you spend any longer on it? Would you spend any shorter on it? Would you try and get it wrong intentionally? No, none of those things would happen. You do the exact same thing you do anyway. You try and get it right, do the best you can, and if you can't get it, you move on. Yet we spend so much time trying to figure this out while we're taking the test, and all it does is stress us out. So next time you take a practice test, I want you to remember the difficulty level of the question is not helpful information, so don't worry about it.